end of his life into sports jackets, because I'm really into sports jackets. And he goes, you know, you got me into this. I used to wear ties all the time. But it's amazing, once you change your wardrobe, what it'll do. And I'm not telling you have to wear what I wear. This is what I like. Wear whatever you wear that will upgrade you to feel good. What makes you feel good about you. So that's how you're going to change it. But your past is just a story. And stop living into that past story. That's why I said earlier, we have to transform our past, learn from it, but rewrite the present by having an amazing future. Your story is impacting what you're doing in the present. So if you see yourself as scared, you're going to be scared in the present. That's what's going to create your future. That's what you're going to always get. You know, so Bob, what story are you living with? You know, that's what I would think about. What is the story I'm truly living with? Am I living, because you're an avid student, but then we look at how is the execution? How's the implementation? So let's say you're like, I'm implementing it at 10, right? Or I'm implementing it at 5. That's a story. So then we look at, why am I implementing it at 5? I want to know, because then we're going to the cause. Most people are letting the effect be the cause and the cause the effect. So they're letting the outside say, that's my identity, that's who I am. You know, so you determine your identity, not the outside. But your behaviors always follow your story. Always. So then I would look at, to create a world-class life does not take many years. It does not take many years, but it takes a few focused years locking in, and you're going to create a world-class life. I can tell you this. I mean, I am an avid student of high achievers. I have been that way for the last 17 years, and I study them so closely. You know, if you study Kobe Bryant's attitude, like his attitude was through the roof, but his behaviors were through the roof. Because he wanted it so bad. He wanted it so bad, you can study anybody. Like I was saying last night, like I'm so grateful. I have one of the best mentors that ever existed, in my opinion. And I was so grateful for him because he taught me how to work. A lot of people have never been taught how to work. I was taught how to work with an expectant attitude. That's why your environment is so important. You keep coming back because you get better every time you come back. You know, and so your behaviors are going to get better. So if I'm looking, like Jakob, if I was looking at you, I'd be like, okay, or Jeff, I was looking at you, Michael, I'm looking at you, I'd say, where are my behaviors? Are my behaviors aligned with my goal? You'll be like, oh shit, right? And then you're like, okay, well, how do I get the behaviors? I identify the most important behaviors. And remember this, it's not what you do once in a while that creates a world-class life. It's the little things you do every day that makes the big difference. It's not a big idea. These are little things we're doing every day. So that's what we want to look at. The process of a growth to go from where you are to where you want to come, that's where the work is. Your work is not in your craft. Your work is in overcoming your old self. That's where the work is. That's the hardest part. It's overcoming your old self. You know, it is overcoming your old self. That's where the work is. But your future self always